So doesn't mean you have a cancer, you can come no for you to treat the poor or kill the person and get all. Who are you will look after me, being a counselor, so that you will get my ATM and you will be withdrawing my money until the tenure will over. It's a criminal act. Let's tell the world the truth. Let Nigerians say the truth. As I stand now, I have seen that now. I'm not afraid of dying again. She'll come and kill me. I knew he's the one to kill. I've told my family too. The only person I want to kill me is David Amedagbo and the SPS and SP Martins, because they are killers. It's a question we have to ask, and the question Nigerian people have to answer. Is this three officers above the law? Even before the human rights the panel that we are sitting to, the CP, the police legal also denied them because of 3 million naira. Does it mean who does not close case file with 3 million naira will just be killed? Can just kill the person like that after paying 25,000 naira to SP David Fidelity Bank? He would pay 25,000 to his account. Is it because it's not up to 3 million? He now told other of his police officer, one other sopu, that if since we feel we knew something, he have arrested Edward. With that vehicle, that Toyota Corolla is about 1.something million. He will sell it. Edward phone that was collected from him, the Samsung Galaxy X, Samsung Galaxy Note 4, the wife phone, all his receipt, the wife phone. That putting all those together, the money withdrawn from his account plus the vehicle, he has gotten over more than 2 million naira. And today the vehicle is with him. But David is driving the vehicle of my brother. As I speak to you, the vehicle is given on a hire, as in this boat that they do in Port Harcourt. I have seen the vehicle. Every police officer is scared of these people. Even when I get to escort, when they will say I should be very careful about my life, and I ask them to, does it mean that these people are more than the police? The sale started from 28th of July, 2019. My brother Edward himself interacted with the chairman concerning some youth that want to submit, the submit gun for amnesty. We want to repent from courts. On the 30th, the chairman gave a security boss to go and meet with those courtists who want to submit their arms with a security MOPU officer. After then, they all met in Canada Local Government Council. Now convened in convoy, coming to Port Harcourt. Going to Port Harcourt to the DSS office. They were intercepted at Akpajo checking point by the IRT UD tank, Akwa Ibom State, headed by ASP David Amedagbo, who intercepted everybody. The 6 person that was in the cover of the chairman plus the 3 mobile police were all taken to their office in Oyo, where everybody was released, remaining my brother Edward Dumsida later, who was later released on the 17th of August. Before releasing on the 17th of August, ASP David Amedagbo called me on the 16th of August. I should come and bail my brother, and I said no, I won't come. That the chairman know what to do. He was the one doing his assignment. Edward was released on the 17th of August after paying the sum of 1.5 million naira for bail. On the 21st of August, Edward was taken to the Commissioner of Police Rivers State Office. The then CP Mustafa Dawara, who was angry over the action of IRT, that in the process of amnesty, why would they come and arrest, illegal arrest, without no information, no nothing? That even when Martin calls him, when Martin calls his phone that he has released my brother, he told SP Martin, Samuel, you are spoiling my state. You have done your own. After then, on the 14th of August, on the 14th of September, ASP David Amedagbo met me in Port Harcourt by Share Gate, where he told me that he called me and I met him there, where he told me that the chairman is not picking his call, that there is his boss, is a guy in Abuja, is calling his commander SP Martins to bring the money for closing of case file, 3 million naira. That is expecting me to pay the 3 million naira since I'm a councillor. Since the chairman is not picking his call too, that me I can pay because I'm a councillor. Immediately I now called the PA to Chairman Dumboteyo and said this is what the SP David Ames said. Dumboteyo should not mind he's a criminal. After much worried and pressure on me, I now paid David. I now asked David to give me his account number. I transferred 5,000 naira to David's account. This is the evidence of it. On the 26th of September, David had been calling my phone, and I didn't pick. He now called my brother Edward, that is in Port Harcourt. He's in Port Harcourt, and the chairman is not taking his call, and he's Port Harcourt that 3 million naira. Edward now say, he does not have money. He say Edward should transfer anything he have. Edward now transfer 20,000 naira to SP David Ahmed Facebook bank account too. He now later called me that we are joking with him, that nobody has power over them apart from the IG. That even the president cannot call him when they want to take action. And I told him I'm not the one in charge. I don't have that amount of money. He said he will do. When he will do, we will not say he is wicked. On the 16th of October, the amnesty finally took place. And in that you can see the evidence of the amnesty. The area commander was there by name Akufre, by name ACP, by name ACP Ikaite Achibok was there at the amnesty ground, the venue where they did the amnesty. The former NDDC managing director, Barrister Bene Joy Nunye, the local government chairman, Honorable Barrister Latela Lolo. The DPO Kana local government was also represented by the IG, the CP, SP Bako Agbashi. Director DSS Kana local government was also represented by the director state DSS, Mr. George Osibok, also from the State Police Command, SP Hope, and ASP Mohammed. You can also see in the evidence of the picture of the amnesty. Evidence of the amnesty. Evidence of the amnesty. This is the picture from the amnesty. You can see the other is the area commander of police, the former MD, managing director, NDDC Benejo Enuye, the honorable chairman Barrister Latela Lolo. You can see the amnesty formally done at the council. That's Edward Dumsira later. You can see that is the MD and other courtiers who came to lay down their arms. You can see the area commander, the CP, and the DSS Kana local government. Since the money given to David was not up to that 3 million, what David did was to come and rearrest Edward Dumsira later on the 1st of November 2019. And I called David. They arrested Dumsira. He said he's not aware anybody arrested Dumsira. On the 2nd of November, they brought Dumsira for search to his house. The wife told me when I came in the morning. They never saw anything in his house. They all put on black and black. They were in black and black uniform. They now told me that they are Bakari's boys. They are Bakari's boys. I said the only person who ordered them, when there was the IG Lazun who said he has called Bakari to release those boys for questioning, that they are criminals. That was when they came with the case file to Comprehensive Response Unit, where I now saw the first statement of Edward, as I explained, that he's hiding now. Look at the withdrawal everywhere. Withdraw. The statement of the withdrawal. It's the David that do the withdrawal. Now somebody is not at detention. Now money is coming out of the person account. Who is doing the withdrawal? If not you. Why we knew that because the one I senior who work in police service, who work in commission here, was going to open the account for him. So that we'll be paying that money to his account. will be sure that that money you use it will monitor the account. Well, the mail to that account was linked or is promised May. So any message you send, go to promise May. So from there we will now be seeing the withdrawal. Who is withdrawing this thing now? You can see the first day on the first withdrawal was on the 4th of November. They withdraw 15,000. Look at it was October. They stopped the withdrawing. In October, they stopped the in October 6, 2020. No, 26th October. That's when they stopped because 8 years expire. Edward, the one the key now is accusing, transfer 20,000 on the 26th of September. Look at it to his account. Use his phone. Look at Edward's phone number 08032328464 to FB/Ahmed David. And you are calling the people. Look the one maybe I pay to from Zenith Bank. And before going on my feet, look the banner. My wife put to bed. Maybe I put to bed. That time I said, let me hug myself because my wife will deliver. I don't know. Luckily, my wife delivered on the 18th of October. If I didn't and I gave him the money I was having in my hand, my wife would have died because it was through CS2. He was invited. He was called upon on the 1st of November, on the 16th of when I reported the matter. He was invited on the 16th. They didn't come. They now make it a compulsory. He must appear. The second day they didn't come. They now tell the police that they must produce him. Where he now appear on the third day, on the 4th of December. Where he now issued that word that Edward died in his custody during a gun battle, during a gun deal. And then after 8 months in your custody, and you charge the person to court without taking him to court. So all this why when you charge him to court, you never have any charge against him now, but you just form the charges to court now. Because in the charge sheet you will see that they charge him on the march. They charge him march. In their own charge sheet before the judge now struck the matter out. If officers are not being dealt with, knowing too well that other officers will corrupt as they say, believing that nobody can deal with them. Rather, what I'm seeing now that they went and give SP Martin somewhere. They have packaged SP Martin somewhere promotion to CP from the police service commission. Does it mean any police can just key and they promote them like that without investigating them? This is what I want to know from Nigeria and the war. As I leave the human right now, where they awarded the 10 million naira, they are saying the international community was interested in the matters. Sometimes they stop me not to talk to media. I want the war to fight with me. I need justice. I want these 3 officers to come to bring them to justice. Let me and them appear in court. They should investigate them. There, the Victor Giwana wrote another petition to IG, who was now detailed back to IGS squad unit at the first and ground floor. The IPO there is Ezekiel. Till today, there's nothing they have done about it. Since I don't understand, I now go back to Human Rights Commission, where I now petition to human rights. That I don't understand. My brother is missing. That I'm a service councillor in my ward and in my local government. I have to know the whereabouts of my brother. Does it mean that the police can just come and keep people like that? The commissioner used their personal hand to call on the matter where they were sent for. They refused to come. It was now made on the AIT and on all television before they will appear on the 4th. And this 3 officer appear on the 4th of December 2020, where he now broke the news that Edward was in their custody for 8 months and he died. That is he has killed him. Up to then, nobody has investigated David. I was threatened with a phone number. I reported, that was, let me say, within August. I reported to Low Passenger Police Station, Port Harcourt, on the counter. The phone call called me and said, if you don't stop that matter, I should know that I'm very easy to kill. And I said, who is this? And I called the call. And I called my barrister, Victor Giwa. And I also called the IG Lazone. The IG Lazone at the 7th floor. He now said I should go to any nearby police station and make the entry, which I did. It was the IG Lazone who later now ordered David that who are you that so superior to that extent, before David came and appeared before the complaint response unit. You know, David, when complaint response invites him, they never come. They send all what they call signal, they never come. But even when one of the officers from the 4th CID who duped me 800,000, when Baraya, Inspector Baraya, who like connect with them, not knowing that he has connected with them, knowing everything that they want to do. He was saying because I'm a counselor. It was when I saw the charge, I not see that they allege him of armed robbery, who he never knew about. Because the armed robbery, the killing of police happened in Port Harcourt on the 2nd of July 2019. And if Edward was among those who killed or did any of those things, when he was arrested on the 30th of July, they wouldn't have released him. And I also went through on the social media. It's also here with me. Also on social media, I now find out that all those charges that they are giving, the charge that they are giving to Edward, that killing of police, the premier time, make it on the social media that 10 persons were arrested in connection of that killing of police. Also the BBC, the national newspaper, all the media. And in the Edward's statement, David Edward's first statement, he asked Edward, did you know of killing of police? Edward said, no. I was in Borio, not even in Port Harcourt. I only heard on news who was national that they kill people in Port Harcourt. David, even when he came to the panel, he hid that statement. Never knew that I have saw that statement in the complaint response unit when the IG Lazon forced him to come out to report there. Later they went back and rearrest the person who signed the bail bunk. Who signed the bail bunk of the first release. Who was there by the Dumbo Teyo. Was rearrested and the Dumbo Teyo and the Barane. This was a bail bunk. These people who signed it. He now went and arrested them when he brought them to Edward that day. When he brought Edward for search on the 2nd of November 2019. On the 3rd of November, we were all worried. Who arrested them? On the 3rd, the Sunday morning, David now called me that he's the one who arrested them. I should call the chairman to call him now. I called chairman. That is in calling. Chairman speaking his call. He have rearrested them. Chairman now said, okay, he will send people to that place. Chairman now sent former leader of Kano local government, Leson Barane, and the man, Enke Dosu, who all when they did not pay the sum of 500,000 to pay Nebarane Barane and the Dumbo Teyo. Immediately the arrest, next thing David did was David remove plate number from the Msra vehicle. Remove the ABC 11 GB from the Msra plate number. Started driving immediately. I saw him in Port Harcourt driving the vehicle too. And I said, David is not driving the Msra vehicle. He said, and I called one of his colleagues. He said, if he catch me, he will kill me. I tried all I could. David never allowed me to see Dumsira. I now went to my lawyer. David still refused me to see Dumsira. And I told my lawyer that David will not allow me to see Dumsira. On that note, I now report to my lawyer. And my lawyer went. What we only are seeing was the withdrawal from Edward Dumsira account from the 2nd of November, when he was under detention, 2nd of November 2019. If you can see the alert they were withdrawing, because money normally is going to his account from where we fix his name. Every 40,000 come to his account. David started doing the withdrawing down to October 2020. They have withdrawn over 500,000 from his account. Aside from there, I now went to my lawyer who now filed a fundamental right against the police, which was served on the police. The fundamental right was served on the police. Enforcement of his fundamental right was served on the police. Also received at the police headquarters too. On the 17th of December 2019, the judge now gave a judgment. There was a judgment order. Now say Edward should be paid 5,000 naira daily until his release. He was also served on the police. Both the judgment were also served on the police. They never respect the order. My lawyer never. I went back to my lawyer, where my lawyer now later write another petition to the IG, refusal of release of Edward by the court It was also served at the first quarter and on the IG. They never respect the same thing. On the 24th of January, my lawyer to Luther wrote another letter to IG, request for the immediate release of Edward Msalera from the custody of the officer in charge, Inspector General of Police, Intelligence Response Team, Uyo Akwa State. They never respected it. They never respected it. Again, on the 27th of February, my lawyer wrote another petition to IG office. Refusal by Sopo Martins, Ahmed, Sopo Martins, Sopo David, Ahmed Agbo, and Sopo Amadi, Lisa to release Edward Msira. On that note, the IG now detail the letter to his legal commissioner at the first quarter, where I now met Sopo Samuel Malu and the CP legal, who now said they now call on the case file from Oyo. Upon that, they now brought Edward's statement. And I told this on Edward's statement and charge sheet that the matter is already in court. That was in that February, in that March. They now said the matter in court. The Sopo Malu now sent Tijani to Oyo. The first day they refused to give them the case file. The second day, the CP legal now said, what is their problem? Release case file. The IG said we should investigate, we should discuss, we should advise him on the matter. That is when Tijani went back to Uyo and he collected the case file. And they now called me that they have collected the case file. They now show me 2 different charge sheets in the case file. They now give me the charge sheet number. I now give it to our solicitor, which is our lawyer, to go and look after this matter. My lawyer now went to court. We now find out that they only brought a plain charge sheet like this. They only brought a charge sheet to the court with that statement, and they never brought Edward to court. My lawyer now followed the court proceedings. We now knew that the case file was brought to the charge was brought to court on the 9th day of March 2020, and the court now said let him see who they are prosecuting, and they refused. My lawyer now followed the proceeding. There was another court. They now usher a proceeding that they should produce Edward in court. The police, the IROT refused. The judge too, on the court where they charge the matter to, now issue a warrant to the police to produce Edward on or before, so they refused. The judge issued another warrant, another protection warrant to the IROT, ASP David Agbo and SP Martins. All the IROT, SP Martins, ASP David Agbo, DSP SN Edet. These 3 officers refused. He also issued another warrant, serve on them. There they now say, except the IG, we call them with his phone number, that nobody has power over them. That nobody has power, they can key and go. They never respect the order. On the judge on his own, now struck out the matter and discharge. It also served on them. This serve order of service. It also served on them. This is now struck out and discharge order. I went back again and now went back and called the complaint response unit. I met with the complaint response unit and told complaint response unit that I called them on phone. I was invited in their office in Abuja, first quarter, 2nd floor, where I met with them. Upon that, they gave me 2 officers to go for investigation, who also SP Alaki and the Sopo Taiwo. Upon getting to Port Harcourt and Oyo, they were threatened by SP Martins and SP Martin and DSP SN Edet and ASP David Agbo, both the IROT Port Harcourt. The IROT Oyo threatened them. They wanted to kill them. So I now go on Twitter, writing it on Twitter. On the Twitter, the head of complaint response unit now reply that his men life was when his men was life was at risk in Port Harcourt. They was under attack. And I said, so does it mean that these police officers are more than other officers? And I told the complaint response unit, look at the charge they are giving to Edward. Look at the charge. There's nowhere in this place. I went to Fabricated Facebook where I print out this thing. This is Fabricated Facebook page. That the charge they are giving to Edward, there's nowhere Edward's name is mentioned. But I went to Fabricated page on the 29th of May 2019. That nowhere Edward is mentioned here that is linked to any of this thing here, any of the charge given to him on that charge sheet. I now took it to complaint response unit to they now copy it. Upon that complaint response unit now wrote their report, but that report is still hiding in IG office till today. My brother, he said my brother is lying, is in the UPT mortuary. He never give us any evidence, any paper for us to go and check him there. We've been there. They say we should come with a letter from the police. What I need now is justice. I want this officer to be questioned. I want them to be tried. All what I'm saying have evidence.